こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、リバプールの遠藤航に関する動画です。リバプールはプレシーズンマッチで横浜マリノスと対戦し、3対1で逆転勝利しました。遠藤航は60分に途中出場しましたが、ファンダイクとの交代で、キャプテンマークをファンダイクから遠藤航に渡すという演出まであり、6万7千人を超えるスタジアムのファンも、画面越しに見ていた日本人のファンも、一番興奮した瞬間となりました。今回は試合後の記者会見で、日本人の記者からその場面についても質問があり、昨シーズンの貢献から、日本のファンの称賛を受けるにふさわしかったから、とスロットは答えています。実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Hi Arne, good win to finish the pre-season tour. How did you find the game and the performance today?
Good game against an opponent that's already in the middle of the season, used to the circumstances over here, so they made it an intense game for us, which is always nice to have in pre-season, because this is also what we're looking for. We want to have teams that can really compete with us, and today was definitely one of them. So I've seen a few very positive things. For example, us coming back after going 1-0 down. This is something what we did last season a lot of times. Seeing players from the bench impacting the game. Saw more than a few times some very good moments in build-up. But what I also saw is in the goal we conceded and in the first half a big chance we conceded that we had to work harder in those moments to sprint back than we did. And that is something that also happened to us when we played Milan. So could be with a tough training camp, could be with the heat circumstances, but that's something we definitely have to improve towards Bilbao that we're going to play as our next opponent.
And can I just ask about Rio? Obviously scored. How special is he and how big a role can he play this season?
Now, like I said, he wasn't the only one that impacted the game from the bench because Treneoni, also a youngster, scored, assisted by Jeremy Frimpong. In the first goal, I think Curtis Jones played a big part by winning the ball in the midfield. Rio again showed the quality he has, and that's nice for us because we have a lot of very good players. But to get some very good players through the academy is always helpful. Always gives energy to a team as well. It's always nice to see young players from 16, 17 or 18 years old already impacting a game. But there was also a moment in the game where he should have squared it to Maka or Curtis. So also learning points for him. But yeah, if you're 16 and you can impact the game like he did, that's definitely worth a compliment.
Thank you very much for taking my question. I don't know if you have studied about the Yokohama Mariners, about their league table. They're now on number 18th, and they are facing the risk of being demoted. Now, based on that, how do you evaluate the Mariners' quality and Mariners' performance? And then my second question, not a question, if you have any messages to Yokohama Mariners, how they should play the rest of the league, I would appreciate that.
I do know their situation, but I also know that they brought in a new coach who won the last game with 3-0. And I'm not surprised if I see them play today. Very well organized, especially without the ball. Good intensity. Players that really want to win the duels, so I like that a lot. Yeah, I prefer teams that bring the ball out from the back instead of playing every single ball long. But I can understand if you play Liverpool that's the decision you make. But I think if they keep working like this, they will definitely end up higher on the league table.
Yeah, hi Arne, Dan from Bedman TV. Last week in Hong Kong you told us you decided who the vice captain was. I was wondering whether the group knew and indeed individual. And I also wanted to ask you, do you like having a leadership group and can we expect any more changes to that in the coming weeks?
Oh, those are a lot of questions. The group doesn't know yet. I did talk to the individuals already. So the one that's going to be vice captain already knows. Second question was?
Just whether you like having a leadership group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to have leaders in the team, and that's in modern football you don't see that much anymore. And I have the privilege that I have a few of them. So experienced players that not only experience but understand the game and can be a voice inside the group and during the game. So that's always very helpful. And then the third question was?
Just whether you've seen more changes, like obviously the vice captain will become the vice captain, whether anybody else might be implemented into that group. Really.
Yeah, it's difficult to say, but we are now beginning of August, I think, so there's a month to go. So yeah, so many things can happen in football in a month. So let's wait and see. But first we go back home, and then we're going to play at Anfield next week. And although I liked it a lot over here, the respect of the fans, the way they treated us, how many they were, but I can tell you that Anfield is a better pitch than the last two pitches we've played at.
Yes, thank you very much for taking my question, and congratulations on today's victory. Now, I have a question about somewhat philosophical question. Looking at your relationship with Mr. Klopp, and looking how you used Mr. Endo today, you gave him an opportunity to take the game captaincy today. I felt that you're very considerate and thoughtful. In Japan, we really respect and think highly of the person with quote, consideration, unquote. And what is, if you have any philosophy about being considerate to others, being thoughtful to others, would you please share your philosophy with us? And if you have any the opportunity or experience that you had about Japanese people being very considerate, would you please share that experience with us? And lastly, do you think that there's a possibility for Mr. Endo to be a vice captain?
The reason why I brought Wataru Endo in just before the rest is that I think he deserved that more than everyone else, I would almost say, for the role he played last season in us winning the league. So I know that everybody was talking about Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, Virgil van Dijk. Who else do I forget? All these great players that scored so many goals, but what no one probably ever saw was how well the players that didn't play all the time accepted their role. And Wata was probably the best example of that. No matter how many minutes we needed him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, he was always there for the team. And that is a very important reason for us winning the league last season. So he totally deserved to get the credits from Japanese fans today. And if I helped him a little bit by giving him the armband, the captain's armband, then that's nice, because he totally deserves this.
Last one here.
It's John Gibbons from the Anfield Wrap. You've been our manager for a year, a month and a little bit now, which is only a really short time, but I worked out we started in America and now we're in Japan, and in between you've won a Premier League title, which is a lot. I was wondering whether you allow yourself to reflect on everything that you've achieved and all the experiences all around the world with these fans that you've had, or are you very much focused on flying home and then Bilbao on Monday?
I'm also focused on that, but I'm definitely aware of what we've achieved. But I had quite a long holiday. I think it was 5 or 6 weeks. So and because we won the league quite early, I could enjoy it for quite a long time. But I think the moment we started again, that was also the moment we have to stop. Yeah, you guys can still enjoy it, but we now need to prepare ourselves for the upcoming season, and therefore there are no moments to enjoy what we did last season. So our full focus is now on this season, and how I need to prepare the players for another tough season, because I thought last season was already tough. But if you look at what all the Premier League teams are doing, the Premier League is even going to get stronger than last season. So yeah, we need to be ready for that. That's where my full focus is on at the moment, or the last few weeks, and we are making steps forward. But I also didn't forget that last season I went to Wembley, having to look Newcastle lifting a trophy, And in 2 weeks we go there again. So I hope we show a different face. Is that you say? Face in that final Charity Shield than we did in the League Cup final.
次は解説です。日本人の通訳の方は、もう少し発音を改善する伸びしろがありそうでしたね。今回も簡単な記者会見であり、難しいボキャブラリーは全くありませんでした。すべて過去に解説したものでもあり、皆さんには簡単すぎるかもしれませんが、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。We should have squared it to Maka or Curtis.
スクエアという単語は、通常は正方形や平方のという意味で知られていますが、サッカーでは動詞として特別な意味を持ち、隣の選手に横方向へパスを出す行為をスクエア・ザ・ボールと言います。これはチームプレーの一例として、実況や解説でよく使われる表現です。彼は横パスすべきだったという意味で、判断ミスを指摘する文脈でも登場します。英語のサッカー中継やハイライト動画を見る際には覚えておきたい重要表現の一つです。
We should have squared it to Maka or Curtis. We should have squared it to Maka or Curtis.
And they are facing the risk of being demoted.
リモートは、プロモートの反対語で、降格させるという意味です。会社の人事などだけでなく、サッカーでチームが下位リーグに落ちるときに、使われることもありますが、スポーツの専門用語としては、レリゲートの方がより自然で一般的に使われます。リモートは、ややフォーマルで、ビジネスや軍隊などでの地位の降格を表す際によく登場します。日常会話よりもニュースやレポート、公式な発言などでよく見かけます。
And they are facing the risk of being demoted. And they are facing the risk of being demoted.
I have the privilege that I have a few of them.
プリバレッジは、特別な権利や名誉なことを表す単語です。誰もが得られるわけではない貴重な経験や地位を指す際に使われ、It's a privilege to の形で、何々できるのは光栄ですという表現が非常に一般的です。ビジネス、学術、スポーツ、政治など幅広い分野で使われ、名誉、光栄、優遇されていること、というポジティブな意味合いがあります。日常会話でも、あなたと働けるのは光栄です、というような丁寧な表現に応用できます。
I have the privilege that I have a few of them. I have the privilege that I have a few of them.
To reflect on everything that you've achieved.
リフレクトオンは何かを振り返る。何かについて深く考えるという意味で使われる英語の重要表現です。特に何かを終えた後や重要な出来事の後に経験や選択を見直すときに使います。自己反省や学びに関わる文脈で頻繁に登場し、ビジネスでも日常でも応用が効く便利な表現です。例えば、この1年を振り返る時間を持ったというような時に使われ、冷静に物事を考え直す姿勢を表現できます。いかがでしたか？遠藤航がリバプールの一員として凱旋帰国することだけでも、リバプールという世界トップのクラブというだけでも、日本のサッカーファンが待ちに待っていたかのようでした。連日のようにトレーニングの様子や、その周辺でのインタビューや、日本観光の様子などが、あらゆる SNS で共有され、J リーグ主催試合として、歴代最高となる6万7000人の観客動員数も記録しました。その中でファンダイクからキャプテンマークを渡され、センターバックでプレーし、シャーレも掲げる姿が、誇らしいというか、ちょっと微笑ましいようなシーンの連続でした。あっという間にプレシーズンツアーも終わり、もうリバプールに帰るということで、もうすでになんか寂しい気もしてしまいますが、これからのゲームで、今シーズン、遠藤航がどのように起用されるのかも、楽しみにしたいと思います。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。